Hills are opening, the ski season is upon us. Here to teach us how to avoid the aches and pains after a day on the slopes, Flames strength and conditioning coach Rich Hesketh. Good morning.
Good morning.
And mustachioed
Yes,
today.
I'm 12 days in, so I'm on the countdown in a couple of days.
Going strong for November. I was sort of joking before the break saying it had been 30 years since I've gone skiing, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And you said you actually just learned not that long ago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Actually, I have skied, but never really learned how to do it properly in about 4 years. Really, the last Olympic break we had, my son and I went to COP, and we learned. He had a blast. I fell down a lot, and we both quite enjoy it now. Anytime that I can, I'll get out there and go with him.
Okay, I think people are, though, raring and ready to go, and they probably just want to get on the lift and get down the slope. What do they need to consider before they just sort of strap the skis on and go?
Yeah, well, there's three elements in skiing, especially. That is the balance, it's agility, and it's strength. And to do one without the other is not the right route to go. So I thought I'd bring in, three different ideas that people could work on, whether it's in a circuit or as part of a warm-up, that they can do in order to get ready and just get their body ready for the pain that's going to happen eventually, but hopefully minimize it.
And what about, our producer posed this question, and I thought it was really good. What about, those times when you try something you haven't done in a while and you discover muscles you didn't even know you had?
Yeah.
Is there any way to sort of minimize that?
Oh, yeah, and the warm-up will help with that. It's to just go out and start skiing without doing any sort of a warm-up, any kind of preparatory work. That's when you're going to get sore. The other thing that maybe, and you don't see it a lot, is people cooling down. Even if it's going out for a little bit of a walk, taking your boots off and just cruising around instead of just sitting down and sitting by the fire and having a cold or warm one.
A hot toddy. Okay, you brought in some things. I see a couple of balance.
Yeah, now I went sort of more of a beginner to an intermediate or advanced level. Balance or a balance board, which is just a piece of wood with a cross in the middle. If you're doing some balance work, if you can just work on finding the middle of the board and sitting in a squat position. Again, if you find this position, and you can see how things are shaky, and it's hard to find that position, if you're looking at about a 20 to 30 second hold in that position, that's going to wake up your balance.
Right.
For sure. At a more advanced level, and not everyone's going to be walking around with a bongo board in their backyard. I'm fortunate enough to have this in the dressing room. Again, this is still a 2-foot support, but you can shift yourself to the middle and again find your balance in a 2-foot support. And again, you can see how all the little muscles in the ankles and the knees, the proprioceptive muscles, are doing some work to hold that position. Again, 30-second hold or 60-second hold of that. You can do a task, throwing balls against the wall, anything like that while you're doing it. You can have your poles and help you with your balance too.
What if you don't have anything that resembles either of these things?
You can build something like that. Or again, if anything that you do, if you close your eyes in a space, so if you're in a squat position and close your eyes and have your balance, or if you're in a one-leg position and you close your eyes, again, that's going to help with controlling your balance. And that's, again, something, if you can hold your balance on one foot with your eyes closed for about 15, 20 seconds, your balance will come. And you don't have to be looking at everything to get it, okay? So the next thing we can talk about is the strength. Now, we talk about squats, and this is, again, the squat position, but a squat hold is where we're looking at being in when you ski, okay? And skiing is not static, it's dynamic. So why not add a little bit of hopping to it?
It doesn't take long before that burns.
No, and again, if you're doing that for 20, 30 seconds, or if you want to add quarter turns to it, and then you start into your weight shifts, not on your toes, on a flat foot, because you're going to be in a boot. So you want to always land in a flat foot position.
Okay. So
and again, you can add things with some foot balance. Again, these are sissel pads. You're trying to create this kind of balance and squatting in here. So you're really working to find your balance. And that in that area, if you hit a bump or find a dip, you're going to be able to catch your balance a lot easier.
Okay, so you can do this all, you can do it the morning of, but you should be doing it basically off-season if this is something that you're planning on
Definitely, and
up.
This is the time now to do some preparatory work leading into that. And ski hills are starting to open, so it's getting to that point where you're going to want to get out there and do it. And this is just in a supplementation to doing some of your cardiovascular work, so you can stay out on the hill longer, and that last run isn't the one where you fall down and hurt yourself.
All right, well, maybe I will be out there with my daughter learning to ski.
Oh, that'd be fun.
She's 4. I'm not. Rich, really nice to see
Thank you.
Happy November to you. We're
Thank
gonna